What's up, everybody? We are live. Oh my goodness, in Showtime in Paris. We have an exciting episode for you guys today. But first of all, let's go ahead and thank Dontgettricked Network for bringing us on and kind of backing us with Showtime in Paris. We are extremely excited about our conversation tonight, and we have two amazing guests with us today. Let's go into introducing our guests. I'm gonna start with the young lady, the most beautiful lady up here in the corner. Ma'am, can you introduce yourself?
Stop that flirting. Stop that flirting.
She's so sweet. Hello, everyone. It's your girl Chan.
Woo!
Your favorite shit talker,
Ooh,
transformational life and business coach, mom, homeschooler, Black family advocate, Black business shopper.
Woo!
That's me.
That girl is loaded. She is loaded. She is loaded. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are excited to have you. And not only are we excited to have you, you are where I am in the Queen City. So stand up, Queen City.
Queen City.
There's queens out here. So we are representing the lady squad. And then we're going to go ahead and introduce my man up here with the cheating codes names with the blockers on. Sir, if you could go ahead and introduce yourself today.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? It's your man Cheat Codes. Me, I mean, Show know me, we go back like, how many years, man? I don't know. It's
about 30.
Too many, like 2 decades. About this
more.
Damn. Yeah. But you know what? Yeah, I'm a day trader. I've been doing this about 10 years. I'm a father of 2 beautiful girls. And listen, man, I make life simple. I don't do too much. I stay out the way. But yeah.
I'm trying to be modest.
Undercover.
We real good at it. He got a big following out there. Get with him. Y'all trying to make some money.
Right. Not only is he modest, he's smooth too. He like, I got 2 fathers, you know what I'm saying?
I got 2 fathers, damn.
My nigga ain't got 2 fathers. Hey,
that's a Maury show right there.
Hey, not the father.
But y'all know me, I am your girl, Paris Lauren. I am everything under the sun. I am Miss Beautiful People. I am the one and only P. Lauren. And Show, I'm sure some people don't know you. Let us know a little bit about yourself.
I ain't shit. No. No. I'm me. I run a showie'spicks.com. I'm a professional sports bettor, but what I like to really do is help other people get money. Me and Jay was business partners. My fault. Me and Cheat Code, I've known him for a long time, so I still call him Jay. But me and Cheat Code was business partners. We made a lot of money together. He was doing his day trader thing. He ended the day trading and all the behind the scenes work, and I just stuck to the script and got everybody paid. But that's what I do, amongst other things. That's all y'all need to know.
Okay. And we are so excited to have you guys with us this evening. Go ahead and like this conversation and share it with your friends because this conversation is going to touch you. We're talking about love and war when it comes to relationships. And when it comes to love and war, we mean when you're in a relationship, you could love somebody, but you could also be at war with that person. And sometimes you're at war with that person and don't even know you're at war with that person, or that person is fighting the battle and just trying to put up, and that person is kind of killing themselves inside because they leave that relationship, but they're like, no, I gotta stay because I got 5 kids by her and I just want to stay. I mean, y'all ever had a situation where you love somebody, but they just put up war all the time, and they put up all these walls and allowed you to be stressed out all the time, and you aged yourself or whatever happened? Y'all got any situations like that?
We're gonna go ladies first. Shan, the goddess, you care to share on any experience you had?
Well, yeah, as when I was younger, coming up, I've been in relationships with people where it just seemed like it was a war, but I think the war might have more so been with them internally. And when people can't figure out stuff on their own, they project it So, I think it's mainly when people are like that, or in my experience, is usually they're not happy with themselves. So it could be a lot of self-sabotage, they sabotaging a good thing. Or, they just hurting. And so pain, they pushing out pain or whatever. So in my experience, that's usually what it is.
Yeah, I feel you, because sometimes people don't even know that they're hurting inside, and then they self-reflect and kind of hurt you, and it's like, gosh, why are you hurting me? And that person hasn't dealt with their pain, and they automatically just rub that off on other people. I've been there before. But Shannon, let me ask you something. Have you ever been the person that kind of caused war in a relationship? Like, if you're in a relationship with a man, has he ever said, yo, you nagging me too much? Like,
Of course not. No, she hasn't. It's always him.
I mean, maybe when I was, I had some nice guys that I maybe could have just been nicer to, I just was like, sometimes you at that stage where you just want excitement, you know what I'm saying? So when things is going too smooth, you just make some excitement. And sometimes it's collateral damage, so, but hopefully.
I believe the young people call that toxicity.
Yeah, it's some toxic shit. But I ain't gonna say I wasn't,
AKA
or
feminism.
haven't had toxic episodes. I was never toxic, nigga. But sometimes a little bit of the,
Oh, you was never toxic. Look what we got behind door number 2.
She just said something key, right? She said, I was never toxic. Fellas, is it true that ladies never want to take accountability for their toxicity in relationships when it comes to them kind of sabotaging it? Do y'all often find that we kind of be like, listen, I'm not doing nothing. I'm the innocent party. You get what I'm saying?
Cheat codes, you want to handle that?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like, listen, like, at the end of the day, like, women self-sabotage all the time. Main reason why is because they got to deal with their inner emotions, right? Them inner thoughts. That's like they really got like girlfriend with the angel girlfriend on one shoulder and the devil girlfriend on the other shoulder. And most of the time, they're gonna go with the devil girlfriend because it's these things that we all have to deal. We all got to deal with these insecurities and these egos, and a lot of times when women are going through, those thoughts of, is he with me? Is he talking to a chick? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? They asking themselves questions that they already know the answers for, but they want more confirmation on top of confirmation just to make sure that
not gonna do nothing either way.
So right. So in these cases, you'll have a situation where women will start self-sabotaging, and or they do like the stuff behind the scenes, like they might have their girlfriend, do other stuff. Oh, find out this, investigative discovery, like. But overall,
Sound like you've been through some things.
it becomes. Oh man, listen, yes. When you dealing with the type of stuff that I'm dealing with, it's like you encounter so many different people who, and I'm gonna just quote. I'm not sure the young lady who said it earlier, but just the people haven't dealt with their internal, their internal them, the part of them that talks to them, that inner you that you don't quell, that you don't tame, that you just let go. And then a lot of times, a lot of people just don't just deal with themselves, period. They want other people to fix their problems. And then, when that can't happen, you'll have a situation where someone will cut themselves and bleed all over everyone else.
Wow.
Oh, I like that.
And then, so it's a lot of self-healing that needs to happen with a lot of people. A lot of people shouldn't even be in relationships because they ain't ready, because they haven't healed themselves from previous traumas that that were there. And I'm a big advocate for people dealing with that shit because I'm not sure about y'all, but if you have, and I'm pretty sure y'all can probably agree if you dealt with a narcissist, then it's going to be a whole lot of warring going
Oh,
on.
boring.
A lot.
Some might say we fit those characteristics.
Them narcissists is in a whole different category. They try to break you down. Like they'll try to break you down. Okay, you gotta stay away from the narcissist.
Right.
But I do you guys have a good point. Women do that. Like as far as with their friends, sometimes we get with friends and then sometimes we take on their issues, like they're our issues, or even sometimes just watching different stuff like a Loving Hip Hop and you seeing a guy doing his girl dirty and you're in the back of your mind like,
I wonder if he doing that shit to me. Like that's how y'all
So do you start, just even coming up with stuff in your head, and also the thing I think that's really stupid to do, like when you have your friend come on to them or inbox, make the fake pages and all this other stuff.
Oh my Lord, you just triggered
right. Yeah, that's definitely a form
with that like 2 weeks ago.
You just
Listen, I think that's childish. If you dealt with that 2 weeks ago, whoever that female is, it's childish. You need to off her at that point. Like who?
She probably wasn't never really on anyway. He probably was just
right. Like so as she did like disqualified.
The fact that she got caught, she don't know what the fuck she doing nowhere. You ain't supposed to get caught.
Like,
nah, you know what's so crazy though? She actually confessed it. She confessed it, and I guess what it was in that case, right? Which was kind of crazy. She confessed it, right? Because I guess whatever she was trying to do, like her friend reached out to me, and me and Shorty was talking for a little bit. Things were starting to heat up, and she just randomly one day hit me, like, "Yo, I really, really apologize." Now, granted, I'm gonna say this. I hope I don't offend nobody. She was a foreigner, so the foreign versus American I don't know if that would have been the same if it was an American chick. I can't say.
Yeah, we ain't telling on ourselves.
The fact that she confessed it.
That's the part.
So, but the simple fact. But the simple fact that she confessed it and was like, "Damn, I thought she was like all these other guys, but she's completely different." And I guess she was asking me the line of questioning, and I answered everything truthfully. And then she was like, "Yo, I feel like shit because here it is. I'm fronting like, oh, it's one way trying to catch you out there, and you just a solid nigga from sun up to sundown." So it was like, yeah, I know that. I told you that from day one. See, because for me, I feel like a lot of times, hell no.
You did.
You can't be trusted.
You sound confident when you was pausing for a second. Did you really not give her another chance?
Hell no.
Why not though? See, that's the thing. Why not?
Right.
Because see, the thing is, like, it's like this. Everyone or anyone ever had this type of teacher say, everyone start with A+?
Yeah.
And then it's up for you to fuck up. Well, she started. Listen, I only deal with A students. Something like that.
Okay, so honesty is not the best policy.
Lord, you always talking that shit. Let them talking shit.
Be like us American girls and shut the fuck up. It didn't work. It didn't, he was top notch and just keep it floating. So being that she came and was honest with you, that counted against her. So
it's not the fact that it counted against her, it's the fact that you did it in the first place. You
when men come to y'all and tell y'all the truth,
I don't think that's fair.
Listen, cheat codes, you gotta look at
like at the end of the day, it's like if
she really liked you. She liked you enough to go that extra mile.
Because I mean it's
or with you, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, at the end of the day, it's if you want to say she went that extra mile, well, listen, would you like a motherfucker to go an extra mile if they got the GPS? Would you like them to keep making wrong turns if they got the GPS on? Hell no, you probably be pretty pissed. So when it's all said and done, if I'm keeping it a buck with you from day one, if I'm keeping it 100, and I tell you that, and everything I have done up until that point proves that to be the case, why would you go look for anything else outside of that? Why would you try
Because
to
it always
self-sabotage
starts
the
out like that. It
situation?
always starts like that.
Hey,
So girls be putting
But
their
see, that's when it
feelers
comes
out.
back
You
to
know,
the
they be putting
internal
their
trauma.
feelers out.
But
We be
that's
trying to make sure the
no, but see,
ground
that's the
is
internal
solid
trauma.
before we jump out on that motherfucker. Like, that's
right.
all.
We got to make sure we putting our time into something really solid. Like, we total opposite than y'all. We love y'all, but our love is kind of war in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And no woman wants to be out here unsure of a man. So she gonna do what she got to do. She gonna test the waters, and then she
See,
gonna 100%.
the problem with that is, see, women, y'all fall in love with what you hear, while men fall in love with what they see. Right. So
I could agree with that.
when I told her what it was from day one, that's why she started liking me from the jump. She started liking me from the jump. So if that happens and we link and things are working and everything's all good, why would you think it's going to get worse? Like, it's like the better it got, the more paranoid she got.
Because you know what it
Scary.
is? You probably told her all the good stuff about yourself. Like, you gonna take care of her, you got it going on. And she probably like, man, he got it going on. I'm probably not
I
the
ain't
only
telling none of that shit.
She already knew from social media.
Yeah, she probably already
True, probably.
They only listen. I want to interrupt y'all because when he said women fall in love with what they hear, they fall in love with what they hear if they hear it from somebody they already like. If somebody you don't like saying some shit, you're not listening. So they wanted to hear it anyway. So they just wanted to believe in you, but then they got to double check your story. That's how it usually happens. Right. I was in a toxic relationship worse than any of y'all probably on this subject, where I had somebody make fake pages, send like inboxes to cancer patients, like always thought I was doing something. I'm talking about they were just going at everybody. Like one time this girl was literally dying. She was on my friend list on Facebook, no bullshit. And the girl wrote her like, "Are you talking to my man? Blah, 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 blah." And the girl was like, "I have cancer." I'm like, yo, that woman has cancer. I was trying to comfort her. I didn't even know her. I was used to inbox her like, "Hey, stay up. Hope you're doing all right." Blah, 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 blah. Like that woman, like she's been gone. But anyway, it was like that bad. She used to break into my iPad. She used to break into my like Netflix passwords and stuff like that. Like I'm like, what the hell are you gonna find on me on my Apple?
Netflix.
She broke into my iPod. I couldn't download shit on music or nothing. Like I'm finding my Apple Music. It was like whatever it was. Like we didn't know each other that well, and when we got together, what happened was she went in my phone. And I used to be single my whole life, and I played sports, and I played for a lot of teams. I went to a lot of colleges, so I used to go to new cities, and every time I went, I'd write like 100 women, and all bad women though. So I feel like if 3 answer me, I'm good. I'll just write 100, write 100, write 100 everywhere I go. So when she met me, she went in my phone, and she went down to like 2003, 4, 5, like when I was young, and was going through all my social media stuff, and she like, "Oh, I'm not even your type. You like this kind of woman. You like that kind of woman. Oh, you did this, that." And because of that, like not a day went by she didn't go through my stuff, all my phones, I couldn't go to sleep. I wake up, my shit was plugged up to computers, like nonstop. And y'all don't understand. Anybody around me would know. Like
that's like some extreme insecurity. Like that's real insecure. Like
she said it was me. My lifestyle, I ain't gonna lie, my lifestyle could make people I live a certain way. Like it'd be like today, if we was together, I could come to you tonight like, "Hey, I'm getting on a plane tomorrow. When you coming back?" I don't know. I bought one-way tickets. So I'll end up coming back a week later, maybe 2 weeks later. So you got to be a certain kind of way to deal with me because I move around like that, and I've been living like that for a while. And I guess it can make somebody who don't feel that good about themselves think I'm always doing some shit, even when I'm really not.
You feel like you like that.
And I think you got to be in it a certain amount of time before you start doing all that.
Yeah,
like,
you got to feel me out and got to understand. Like you got to make sure I'm worth it for you.
But you feel like you like that kind of craziness too. Like that probably turned you on. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, big butts turn me on. Not crazy.
Good night.
Listen, let's jump into some of these comments here. So Jay Gray from YouTube says, sounds like baggage. Jay Gray also said the stars are aligned because everybody hitting it off right off the bat. Facts. And then Freedom, is that Freedom? Freedom says you ain't go to no Duke City. And Jay Gray says, Show straight up with it. You are straight up with it because here's the
all
deal.
the time, my sister.
But Show, here's the deal. What you did was like you told us she went through your phone, she scrolled down here, but
I had a lot of videos and shit in it.
Love that stuff.
You said what?
Some men love that stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
all right, let me ask you this.
You can correct me about
I don't know no man that like you going through this shit.
Nah, hell no. Hell no, not me.
The word, I don't know no man.
I used to never put a lock on my phone or nothing because I didn't think no woman would violate me like that. People wouldn't do that to me. And then she kept doing it every day. And I was like, damn, you ain't really gonna stop? Like every day? I used to fall asleep with my phone underneath my pillow. I'd wake up, I'd catch her like trying to ease it up under me. I used to wake up, she's in the bathroom with my shit. I'm like, what are you doing?
You smack at the window, like, what you doing?
Man, one time I was at work. This is no bullshit. I was at work. I used to work 12-hour shifts overnight. One of my homeboys called me because we was all living together at the time. We had just moved to a new city and we had got this place together. So we all branched out. And one of my homeboys called me. It's like 2 a.m. It's like -20. He like, bro, you need to get home. I'm like, what's going on? He was like, man, your girl got your old phone. It was an old phone, like an LG or something, plugged up to the computer. He was like, it's like 1,000 naked pictures and like sex videos and everything was on the screen. And he was like, bro, you need to get home. I said, what I'm gonna do now? It's already too late. I was like, I didn't even know her when I had that phone, so it don't matter. But she was like going through all the old shit. It was just weird.
Story, right? Y'all notice how he keep telling these stories about the same girl because he loved that stuff, right?
It's not always the same girl, but that was the same girl.
Yeah, I think he might like the crazy a little bit. So how much crazy is too crazy? Like, yeah. I think y'all dudes like a little crazy until it turn on y'all. That's why I be like,
no, I don't know why y'all like that. We try to love y'all through the crazy. We don't like it. We like you.
I think you know why y'all like crazy chicks? Because they have good sex a lot of times. They crazy in the bedroom. They crazy in the bedroom.
No.
And they crazy in real life.
Go look at women got problems.
That's what it is.
Listen, it's more it's more problems than a little bit, man. Like, you know, crazy is crazy. I don't care how you slice it. It's either.
But do y'all think men ignore the red flags too? Like, because it's obviously with the opposite sex is always clearer. Like, we can see these bad girls for y'all, and y'all can see these bad dudes for us. But somehow,
sucker men ignore the red flags.
Huh?
Men we call suckers ignore the red flags. Like most men who are strong and know better, you don't jump in the red flag. That's why women get men and hope men change. And that's why men don't want to date quote unquote whores. Real men are trained. We tell each other since we were young, like, yo, you don't mess with this kind of girl. If this girl does this, you can't mess with her. Women jump right into it and then try to change that man. That man could be abusive. That man could have multiple women. He could have 20 baby mamas. Y'all get with the guy and then try to change him. Men are taught not to mess with certain girls. And it's a double standard.
But no, I see men messing with whores all the time.
Oh, they do.
See him messing with gold diggers.
They're not supposed to.
They for everybody.
They're not supposed to.
Yeah, but then they be wifing them and then wanna say all girls is like this. Like, you knew she was whoring. Like, you knew she was a whore. Like, or you knew she was like very had like no class about her. Like, a chick can have no class about her. And then a nigga be upset when he got her pregnant. Like, why are you having sex?
You're not supposed to hit those kind of girls raw. That's what I mean. Niggas just do wild. Niggas don't do the right thing.
See that. So as soon as you said she got pregnant, that changes everything. Because as a man, you know,
if you're a good man,
we know. Listen. You know how, like, all right, Jersey Girls. That was that little popular strip club that used to be in.
That was my shit.
Right.
Allegedly.
Right. You know how many chicks I would have loved to hit, but then in the back of my mind, you better not get her pregnant. As a man, we know that.
You gotta know this stuff. It's not a good idea.
But those are the obvious ones, the strippers. I'm talking about the everyday
bartenders, whoever
chick
the hell. It's just not a good idea.
who you know is a little bit off, but y'all still be like, I'm talking about chicks be getting social security checks and niggas still be fucking them and pregnant. Like, bruh, she ain't real right. Like, and then be mad because that kid ain't well taken care of. Like, you knew the bitch was getting a check. Like, what you think she was getting it for? Like, it just
after 3 a.m. on a Monday night, any nigga could do anything, but you ain't supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to do that.
Because most dudes want that check with her. He know that she gonna give him that check, so he gonna go ahead and
they be homosexuals. She got Section 8. She got a good check. They be trying to lay up and eat all the fruit snacks. And
I want y'all to listen to what kind of men y'all talking about right now.
Ho-hos and shit. And then the chick get pregnant. They be looking all retarded.
Okay, but you know the situation, like a situation like that, like that's like a worst case scenario, right? As far as like a guy, right? Because I mean, I know you said homosexual, you know. So most guys, you know, we were brought up, especially if they like 35 plus. Let's just say 32 plus. You know, I know in a show, we all come from that era of, you know, the courting women and, you know, a man being a man and, you know, a real man. You know what I mean? Not none of this metro shit that they got going on nowadays. That seems to be have gotten lost because a lot of guys are looking at the situation now. A lot of guys are looking at the situation now like, oh shit, like, okay, well, I can take advantage of the same situation that women be taking advantage of. Since women are screaming equality, well, you're thinking equality across the board. And so women do it, and everyone else is like, it's like okay, that like feminism it ushered all this new crazy stuff in. And now you have a situation where, like I say, guys will think it's okay to do that. Like, I don't think Show would do that. I wouldn't want to do that. Like,
this when
a
y'all
real
mess with dudes who
stand-up guy.
they think they cuter than y'all. Then they act like women, so they think you owe them money, like how women think y'all owe them.
Somebody wanted to argue with me because I made a post like, ladies, do not mess with no dude who think they cuter than you, or who think they look better than you, or who think they smarter than you. Right. Ain't like, oh, what kind of shit is that to say, nigga? Based off experience, if the nigga think he look better than you, like, it's gonna be money like how women do. He about to out. It's gonna spiral out of control. Like, first of all, he might end up trying to put you down, like to try to build himself up, and then you know that's kind of suspect to me if you think you look better than the chick that you want. Like, I don't know about that. And you think you smarter than me, you think you're never gonna value my opinion. Like, a dude who think they smarter than a woman is not gonna value her opinion.
Well, he shouldn't act like he's smarter than you. Like, if I think I'm smarter than you, I should keep that to myself. I shouldn't act like I'm smarter than you.
Yourself. Don't tell me that shit.
I'm probably gonna think I'm smarter than you, but I shouldn't act like it.
She's already that. Let's jump into some of these comments. So Jacob says, what defines a great woman? I mean, either one.
What'd you say?
Well,
Jacob,
first thing with men,
defines a great woman.
First thing with men, you gotta trust them. They gotta trust you. If we don't trust you, your life gonna be a living hell. They're gonna keep everything you do. They're gonna question you. They're gonna always assume you're doing something. They never gonna be comfortable with you. And you know, a good-looking woman, we just have sex with them. But if it's to go to a next level, it has to be trust. So if you can sleep at night, that's the main thing a man wants. Like, he wants to be able to feel like nobody could touch his queen, because once somebody touch you, you're of no use to us anymore. Like, you embarrassed us, and it's nothing good that could come out of that could fix that. And so it's like that's the main thing. We got to feel like you're untouchable, and you got to be attractive to at least a certain degree. And we would like it if you can cook and be a nurturer. Like, you know, men like to get back rubs. I don't know how it is, but when you get older, them back rubs almost up there with sex. Like, I don't know how y'all men act.
I feel about some booty rubs. You can't rub my ass right. We gonna have a problem.
It's a wrap. If you can't do that right, it's a wrap.
Listen, I ain't nothing.
See, that's why you can't have a flat ass. They got to be able to
butt
rub
rub
something.
ain't never lasted more than 30 seconds for me.
Yeah, I got like a couple circle motions.
The ass rub.
What I think what
I got 30 seconds of good rubbing.
If the ass big, it's
as long as you show us some love, we all right. But I think as far as a good man, I always look at the character like first. Like I'm looking at if you got a good heart, like before I look at anything else, because the way I see it is like if a man does not have a good heart, then nothing else is gonna stand. Like,
All right, so let me I don't mean to cut you off. I'm so sorry. But
No, go
the
ahead.
fact that you said that, the fact you said a good heart. See, that is where y'all fuck up.
Why?
Because men are logical, but because here's the thing, like the emotional, like a woman's emotional intelligence should be higher than a man. And a man's logical and mechanical intelligence should be higher because of biology. Biologically, women, how Ed said, yo, y'all nurturers. By default, y'all nurturers. So the fact that you look at a man to have the same quality. Now, we're not going to discount a man that's generous and giving and things like that. But the first thing, and I always tell my female friends, and I'm going to tell my daughter when she becomes of age, you want to find a man that stand on principle. If a man is willing to stand on principle, no matter what the situation is, that is the first thing that a woman should go by. Does this man stand on principle, and does he keep his word? And if he doesn't keep, then you want to start looking at that a little bit differently. But off of that, saying, okay, does he have a good heart and things like that?
Well, that's kind of what I meant when I said a good heart. Like, not what he tells me or what he gives me, but how I observe him treating people, how I observe him treating people that he doesn't like, how I observe him treating his family, how I observe, not what he tells me or what he gives me per se, but just off my observation of who he is when nobody's looking. You know what I'm saying? I would more look at it. So, but
you want a man who's going to treat the janitor.
Right.
The man who treats the janitor and CEO the same, that's the dude you want to start off with.
Right, that's what I mean.
I'm going to say that's the one you want to pick or choose, but that's where you want to start doing your looking. The dude who exactly. Like I say, stand on principle and man of character. But, as far as now, we go back to the whole good woman thing. Ooh. That's kind of tough.
God, I got to turn the arrow.
Go back to the
that's kind of tough because when we talk about good woman, then it's like, okay, what standard are we following? Are we following a traditional standard?
Right.
Are we following?
Like, let us know what y'all define a good woman as. Crickets.
Listen, it ain't crickets for me.
The way things are set up for me right now, in this day and age, listen, I as long as I can trust you, if I can trust you, we got something going.
I told you that's the main thing. It's crazy, right? Because it's crazy right now. Like, it's a social media world where women don't even want to go on dates for themselves. They just want to go places where the picture looks nice. They want to be able to say that the bill costs this much. They want to be able to show people the scenery. They're not even enjoying the shit no more. It's like, you're not even on a date with me. You on a date with the world. If you can't do nothing that make another woman jealous, they don't even enjoy themselves. Like, you don't pick.
Men are the same way. Men, listen, I know
that. What makes you happy? We just want the girl.
No, because men do stuff for men and women do stuff for women.
Fuck no.
Most of the shit that men be into,
listen.
It ain't got nothing to do with a woman, right? It be to impress other men, because we don't even be caring about a lot of that shit.
About that stuff.
Listen,
a lot of stuff y'all do be to impress other men. Like,
hell no.
Yes, it do. Y'all might not realize it, but certain women that y'all get with, it ain't even because she about nothing. It's because she look a certain way and y'all know other niggas want her. Like, y'all.
and y'all gonna show her off to your friends and try to make it.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna tell the story. You gonna tell the story. But you know what? As you get older,
Exactly.
no. But when you're a real man, when you get older, you realize you can't even tell people the story. They'll make you look corny. They'll go back and tell the girl. Once you get burnt a certain amount of times, you can't even tell niggas who you slept with or who you
Yep.
When you start
Yep.
getting some girls, you
Yep.
stop that shit. I ain't told nobody nothing in 10 years. You can't tell niggas.
Yeah, that don't mean you ain't gonna want to post up with her, though. You might
No,
not
but
talk
you really
about
want
it,
to
but
be.
you
You really want to be.
know
listen,
niggas
listen.
seen it and niggas gonna feel some type of way about it. Like, oh, okay.
Nah, men are
Listen.
suckers. Men are worse than women.
No.
Fuck the men.
Silent competition with each other. So when y'all have a female, y'all want to show them off to your friends, like, hey, look what I got. Even though I got it, you can't touch it, but you could look. So you trying to get a one up on your boy because y'all in silent competition because it's an ego thing with y'all. You get what I'm saying?
That's when you're young. You've been burnt now. We've been burnt. You can't do that. I'm telling you, you ask any man, you can't tell. If you got a good looking woman, you can't tell you from.
It's natural for y'all though, because there's not one man that I don't know that has a woman that he thinks is a trophy woman that ain't taking 50 million pictures with his woman, you know what I'm saying, doing this, and he may compromise for that woman, do stuff that he normally wouldn't do if he was with somebody that wasn't as good. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, when you get a woman that looks too good,
you know what I did was
not trustworthy like that. You don't really want to take pictures with them because they might be embarrassing you. A man's worst fear is to take a picture with a woman and then somebody else be looking like, damn, I was just with her last night. You don't want that. You don't want to look like you loved up with a woman and somebody else is looking at her like a whore. Like you don't, that's a man's worst. I don't know if you noticed this, but usually you don't see men don't post their woman as much as their woman posts their man unless the man way overachieved. The only time you see a man posting his woman all the time is when he feel like his woman don't really like him. If you look at any girl or friend relationship y'all know, if you really think about it, you don't see no man posting his woman way more than his woman posts him. It don't happen. A man who knows his woman love him don't post his woman like that. If a man feel like they on the edge, just start looking at it. If a man feel like his woman could leave him and he underachieved and his woman out in the streets, they want to keep putting claim on her. Like, oh, this is my girl. This is my girl. Oh, look at my girl. This is my queen. This is my queen. When you see a man doing that a lot, niggas feel like, oh, yeah,
I could understand that. I could probably agree with that because women are just, first of all, women want everybody to know, nigga, this is my nigga. Like, if you see this nigga acting up, inbox me. If you see him in the streets, inbox me, bitch. Like, so.
And y'all say y'all want men to post y'all like that, but I'm not sure y'all do.
No, girls don't follow the girl code, unfortunately. Like I personally do, but most women do not follow any type of women code, and that's why shit be fucked up out here. Honestly, because women stop following the women code. Like, you know, it's women out here who have no problem sleeping with somebody's man, even though they know it's somebody's man. Like, and have absolutely no qualms about that. Like, oh yeah, I used to sleep with married men, but I don't do that now. Like, no, bitch.
What's the woman code? What's the woman code? And then we're gonna go into the man code because y'all was saying that men already know certain things. So what's the woman code?
The woman code is really not. It's the same code for everybody. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Like the golden rule. Like, if you wouldn't want your man cheating or, you know, sneaky linking with the next chick, don't do it with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't do it with a guy because, you know, it's all in the atmosphere. It's going to come back to you. So what's the point? Like, you know, so the girl code is like respecting people's family. Like, stop disrespecting somebody's family or disrespecting a situation. Let it come to an end. Like, what's wrong with that? Let them close that out and wait your turn.
I can feel that. What's the man code? Like, what are y'all taught about women when y'all are younger? What's the code?
Well, I know it's a certain things that make men suckers to other men. For real, we don't look at cheating how women look at us as cheating either. Like, that's why we kind of be like, you really about to leave me over this bullshit? Like, men don't look at it the same way. We taught basically amongst each other. If you take care of your family and you don't embarrass your girl and you don't have no girl calling her, like, you're not supposed to get caught and you can't leave your family for another woman. Like, if you got an okay woman and you meet the girl of your dreams, a man shouldn't go have sex with this good looking woman and then uproot his family like, hey, I'm leaving you. I found a better woman. Men can't do that. You can't. If you do that, your other men gonna look at you like you a sucker. But as far as men code, there is no real man code. Men feel like you can't sleep with your homeboy's girl. We don't care about the next man's girl because we know that the next man don't care about us. So men already know that anybody will sleep with your girl. So men don't have no patience, no nothing, no reverence for no man. Actually, men are downplay their relationship with a man. I'm sure y'all been through that. Like, don't you know? I don't really fuck with him like that. Niggas will say anything.
No, I was gonna say that niggas. That's the main motherfuckers who be trying to fuck you is they best friend or they
right.
Oh, yeah. A sucker nigga be looking at the girl hard.
Like, it be they friends who already got some type of small
little
relationship with you and try to exploit that when the motherfucker not around, and then still be up in their face and everything, and then you are stuck
So
like,
look.
well, do I say such and such so he could turn on me, or is this what they do? Is it, so sometimes girls be stuck in a thing like, well, do I say something because he tried to push up for me, or was that a test? You just don't know. But dude, I would say the man code is more so don't pillow talk. Like, that's a man
Not
code.
supposed
Like,
to. Don't ever bring another man's name up to try to get something. That's all we ask. Don't use my name. Don't tell on me. Don't tell nobody I slept with, or don't use me, because niggas will say that like, oh, you ain't
don't do your family members
dirty.
dirty, maybe your sister or something like that. But as far as, I don't think men have codes as far as women. Like, if they could hit it, they don't care who girl it is, they gonna hit it. Like, they don't care. But
Man,
they will, like,
girl. They'll be like, why you love her? I didn't think you supposed to love that girl. She was a hoe.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, you chose the wrong bitch. I told you I could fuck your bitch. Like, them niggas will be friends.
You mad over that bitch?
So yeah, but as far as amongst each other, I think the main thing niggas like pillow talking, like snitching among, that thing, and guys, they'll respect a family situation most of the time, whereas women, for some odd reason, I don't know if it's like jealousy or something, because they might want it, but they don't respect the family dynamic. Like, they don't care. Like, a lot of women sometimes. So,
Point.
Which is sad.
It's totally different for women because they yearn for that same type of thing that other woman has. So it's more so like a woman's gonna try to ease her way in, and with hopes and intentions that man leaves that woman. And
which brings us back to what Show said. Women will try to change a man's mind and try to change a man into being something that he not.
Yeah.
And a woman will try to change a man into being her man. That's not your man. He's not. He's someone else's man. So
they'll lie to you too. They'll be like, yeah, I ain't gonna catch no feelings. Like, we both got a family situation. Because men
I don't know why men fall for that. Like that.
We don't. We just go along with it. We know it's a matter of time before it ends. You just enjoy the ride. You be like, I probably got 2 more hits in it.
What about a matter of time before she blow you up to your wife? Like,
right?
They don't think about that part. Like, that's the part. That's what happens.
I never been in a messy situation like that before.
See, a problem.
I never had a girl go back to one of my girls and say, I thought I'd be cheating.
The reason why men like that get caught, men, and I'll say this: men who deal or who go through situations like that, where the chick come and say something to the wife or something like that. Number one, if they doing that, chances are their situation ain't in fucking order. Because if a man really truly values something, right. Because somebody getting lied to. It depends on which woman it is.
Is it the woman that he loves or the woman that he's in love with?
You should be able to tell outside of your relationship.
Probably both of them. Like, why wouldn't both of them be getting lied to?
The reason why, because he comes home to that same person every day. So that person sees him every day. They see the same shit. Now, if he keeping it 100 with her, that's something completely different. But when it comes to the other chick, right? Him thinking, if the thought that this chick could possibly pull up, number one, you should have, I don't want to say abort mission, but you gotta come into a situation like, chick can't know my name, can't know my real name, gotta have an alias, gotta have a different address. Like, if you gonna be playing like it, because you got something to lose and you know you can lose it based on what you about to be doing, setting yourself up for that, like I feel like it's not the smart thing to do. I mean, at least you, if you want to cheat, be able to do it in a space where, yo, I got free reign to do. I ain't got to worry about nothing. Don't nobody know where I'm at. Like shit, if you want to
Cheat when you in
do it in
Miami,
another
cheat
country,
when you in
if anything.
Tokyo, and when you cheat with a woman, you got to cheat with a woman in a family situation too that got something to lose. If you want to be doing that,
you can hold it over there.
Right.
we both got to be. We both got to be.
But I got a question. Do you think like men self-sabotage in that way too? Like,
yes,
messing with a messy chick who they know is messy, who they know it kind of might get back to the girl that
It's
they
possibly
with to
because we
kind
ain't
of
thinking all the way
fuck
through.
it up on the low.
I think men
Sometimes-
get sloppy when they know the girl at
Listen,
home.
that's why women are. Yeah.
If you got a girl at home you think won't leave you, you don't give a
lot
damn.
of times-
You're just risking. You're like, oh, she'll be all right.
But like I'm talking about, like if it's because I find that sometimes men be in a good situation, and then the responsibility comes, like it really don't. It starts getting heavy on them, like you know, like and they be like, damn, I really got to step up to the plate because she doing what the fuck she's supposed to do, and then at that point, a lot of them self-sabotage, like. They'll go do some really stupid
like
shit.
So when you say, like,
quick.
when I hear you say that, a man got to step up, right? Right? Like, I feel like in that sense, like, what type of men what type of men are we talking about? What
I was thinking that depends on what kind of man you're talking about. Are you talking?
No, I mean just
or
like
emotionally?
when she's fulfilling her end of the obligations, and now it's time for him to really
By
be
doing-
consistent and fulfill
but
his.
doing what though? What is he
side of
doing?
the- Huh?
what's she doing?
But fulfilling what? What obligations are we referring to first?
The things that he wanted from her, like being that nurturer, doing that cooking, and making sure that he's all right and everything. Like that, you find that she's a good
the man
woman.
got no
Sometimes
excuse not to do
guys
right by
feel
her.
like they're not good enough for the girl, and then they start to do stupid shit
Right.
just to end it. Like,
Well, I don't think men don't feel like they're not good enough for the girl. If the girl is doing all that for you, I think sometimes you get too much from a girl you really don't want, and then you sabotage. You like, damn, this girl doing all the right shit, but I'm not even sure this the girl I want. So you kind of start fucking it up. Like, I hope she stopped doing the right shit because I'm gonna look bad when I end up leaving her for no reason. I got no reason to leave her. So you like, let me start doing some wild
so
shit.
you go do some stupid shit so she can leave you.
So what show is referring to is a lot of men will put the ball in the woman's court for her to leave by doing all this fucked up shit to make her like, nah, like, you know, you can't fuck with me. I'm not the type that you like, just to get her. So
because you know you being a fuck nigga if you leave her. She ain't do nothing to
the
you.
decision.
Do you think it's also they like testing your boundaries to see how much they could get away with? Like, let me see how much I could get away with.
Nah, we don't care about testing over. We don't care about boundaries. We don't care about boundaries. Like,
no, men really just be fucking up that much.
If we going all the way,
they just be fucking up. I thought so.
Like, we don't be thinking that hard. We just be fucking up.
I don't think niggas be thinking shit all the way through. Honestly, like I think they just be.
A lot of times you don't think you're gonna get caught. So when you get caught, you just feel stupid. Like, damn, I did that wrong.
So
like, you just hoping you don't get caught and it just all go away.
Let's jump into
go away.
Comments. Jacob Anderson says, when does a man hold his value at a higher standard so the hoes know that she has no chance to be in his space? Only a great man can recognize who she is, energy and spiritually identity is everything. I mean, I agree. What's your thoughts on that?
I like that.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A man, let's take Jay-Z and Beyonce, right?
Mm-hmm.
It takes a Jay-Z to get a Beyonce, right? I'm sure he holds her in a very high place because the whole world holds her in a high place. It's just that when you're Jay-Z, that's because when you're Jay-Z, you're so high up that everybody wants you too. And for women, that's natural. Men always been trying to sleep with y'all since you was of age. Like every man you come across, even if they don't like you, they want to sleep with you. When you're a man and you work your way to a point where everybody wants to sleep with you, like if we all, like I always say, if we all go on Facebook and put, I'm horny right now, me and Jay might get 2 responses in our inbox, 2 to 3. Y'all shit gonna be flooded. So that's what
that shit gonna be flooded.
That kind of power, we can't really control it. That's why we say women are whores, because y'all supposed to be able to turn that down because y'all already had that power. We are new to that. Like we work our ass off to get to the point where we can pick and choose what woman wants us without any hard work at all. So it's like we don't cheat because we don't. We'll think you a high value woman. We'll just do it because we got to untrain ourselves. Like when we young, we taught that the cool dude gets the pussy, the dude who got the money get the women, and we worked that hard to achieve that. And then when we meet a good woman, y'all like stop it. It's like, damn, cold turkey. Like, hold on, let me fuck up a little bit more. Like, we don't mean nothing by it. You just gotta wean off it.
And I think like men like Jay-Z, you know, they was undesirable all their life until they got that money. And so it's like, yo, like, you know, I couldn't get this pussy back in the day.
He's 60, he had that money for a long time now.
Here's the other aspect though. Once you get to a point where you start turning it down, right? When it's so much falling on your plate that you can turn it down. I mean, listen, you really think about it. Let's just do just simple math, right? Let's just say, for just kick's sake, like if Jay-Z is out and about, or if people got access to Jay-Z's DM, right? Let's say about minimum 100 women a day might throw a shot just to see if she can break through the defense. 100 women might throw the shot. Now, 100 women times that by 365 days, that's 36,000 women throwing themselves at them. Now, I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be Superman. You ain't gonna be able to dodge all that pussy. Somebody gonna slip through. Somebody gonna say something slick that's gonna get your attention. You gonna be like, you know what? I wonder what it do feel like to get my dick sucked from the back.
Or you just had an argument with a girl,
and
or
as a man,
today. You like, all right, well.
No, but I think that's but men become more desirable when they have some standards about themselves. Like he said, like that man who that's why I was saying, like women
you have a standard.
They kind of go for those guys who they feel are in a relationship or they unattainable, like the women with no standards and values. Like they'll go for that type of guy because they want to see just how you know, secure that relationship is. Like, well, I bet I could get to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like up to you guys to really stand your ground, like you said, be a man of principle and understand that like you're valuable too. You shouldn't be giving your seed away to everybody.
My principle is I call the shots.
Are you
my
saying
principle is I call the shots. If I give you,
is she saying women are spiteful? Like, are you saying women are really sneaky and spiteful, conniving, vindictive? What are you saying that women are when it comes to them trying to get a man that's already in a relationship because that's what they want? What kind of woman is that?
Y'all use other women as a measuring stick. If a man got Beyonce, you want to know if you good enough for him to fuck with. You like, oh, he got a chick like that. I wonder if he'll fuck with me.
Nah, I don't know.
That's what a lot of women do.
I mean, I don't know. I've never been that type of person, so I don't know what they think.
I'm sure women have done that to you though.
To who?
Who?
If they see your man with you, there's other women that's like, oh, she got her shit together. She pretty. I wonder.
That's why they try to get ugly.
That's what women do. If you see a man who got a good-looking woman, gets more women later on. Jay, when you was with a bad chick, didn't your portfolio go up? Didn't more women want you? Didn't different kind of women want you?
I think when anybody see a secure relationship, it don't even really matter what the person look like. A part of them sometimes just want it, you know.
If you're taking care of that person real good too, like if they look like the person's happy. But I seen him. I don't want to name his women, but he was dating a high-profile chick one day. I don't want to say, but it was a cheerleader in the NBA team, and I seen his comments got a little different when he was posting that cheerleader for that NBA team. Like the women was kind of yeah. Yeah, his comments got kind of different. When they get
and we can we be making men more desirable because like nobody even wanted that nigga till I got with him. Now all of a sudden this nigga popular. Like no.
But here's the thing. Even though she was popping, right? You know, it was other things that I added to that element that made it, you know, what it was. So I mean, yeah, it was cool when, like, I'll give you an example. Like I had just got the condo out looking at all of New York City,
Oh yeah,
penthouse
that
views
condo
and
was
all
killing
that
them.
other shit, right? Right. So, but see that was one thing. Like, yeah, chicks might hit me up, whatever, in the inbox, whatever. But when Shorty came along, then it became like, oh shit, like this shit real, like okay, he not really fronting because a lot of
Yeah,
people
you
think
gotta be
about it.
living that kind of life. They think to get that
Post
kind of girl.
extra shit. Right. To get that type of he got to be legit. If he's fucking with her, then yeah, he's definitely legit. You know what? He was. You know what? We haven't talked before. Let me hit him up real quick, see how he doing. And that's how
Man, that double back be crazy,
conversations and the
Which is
inboxes
corny. Like that's corny for a chick to do. Like,
crazy.
don't hit my man for shit.
Right.
And it's cool. And it's
Don't
it's cool
spark
they
up
do
no
it because
old conversation. No, I don't give a fuck if you went to middle school with him. Don't hit that nigga for nothing.
Man, you post your girl and you in another country or you doing something expensive or you doing something, you'll see that you wrote a girl 4 times back in 1998. It'll be just you like, hey, what's up? Ha, nothing. They'll come back like, hey, so what's up with you? You be like, damn, I talked to her in 2018.
Right,
they always come back.
Right?
They always come back like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I see you with your little girlfriend. It's coming.
Yeah, all that little petty shit,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I mean, it's all about because here's the type of woman a man gets validates it to other women. Just going back on what Show said, like, yo, like, all right, yeah, Jay, he cool, right? Jay, because think about it, before Jay got to where he was at, when he was, in my lifetime, volume 1, volume 2, the Rock La Familia, when he was that Jay. Right, and that's not. I'm pretty sure I'm inaccurate on when he got with Beyonce as far as albums are concerned. But before that, he was regular J. He was just considered the rapper. Once he got with Beyonce, then you start seeing the big endorsement deals coming in. You start seeing the major things starting to happen. So
because he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He was strategic with his shit.
Granted.
Right. Himself up for success.
Yeah, he knew what it was. He knew what it was. Like he was strategic.
The right woman. If a man has the right woman, that can lead him to everything. The wrong woman can lead a man to ruin, but the right one can lead him to everything.
Right.
Now,
right, because we can multiply whatever they got going on, and that's usually what good women do. Like we're gonna multiply whatever. Okay, so I got a question about boundaries. Like about boundaries. Like, say, do you think that if a woman is like very clear and you feel like she enforces her boundaries, do you think that makes a difference? Because, for example, like if a woman says, y'all getting into something new and she's like, well, here's one thing about me. Like, if you cheat on me, I'm gone, like real shit. And you feel like she mean it and that's her boundary. Would you move a little bit different?
Yeah, you got to make sure you don't get caught now.
Yeah, like versus say if she be playing about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a little loose and a little wavy.
Laptop.
Until you wean off of cheating, because every man gonna try you once or twice if that's who you are. But you're not gonna do no sloppy shit. You're not gonna risk it. You're not gonna do no wild stuff. You're gonna be real strategic with how you move. You're not gonna mess your life up. If you really value that girl, even if you slip up, you're not gonna ever let it come back to you. You ain't gonna do nothing that can come back to you. You might not cheat unless you in fucking Wichita, Kansas, and you meet a girl out there and she don't got your phone number. It's just gonna be, I met you, I'm gone. It's nothing. You're never gonna put that in jeopardy if you know that you're gonna really lose.
So that is good advice to give other women to like really be for real about your boundaries. Like,
yeah, but the guy got to be into you that much for it to even matter. Because if somebody that ain't feeling you that much, or it's just like okay, and you like, if I'm gonna cheat if you leave, you're like, I don't give a fuck. Still gonna do it.
Oh, no, you know what it be? Oh, no, I thought we were just talking. That's what it becomes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We downgrade the level of the relationship from, oh, well, yeah, I knew what it was. We fucking, but yeah, we were just talking. So
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it comes to women to actually enforce the boundary. Like, if you fine that he did some shit.
What
Cut
you
that
want
nigga
for?
off and throw that nigga back to the streets. Like, but when you forgive it, then you
I don't
broke
think
it.
y'all should leave men for one cheat. I think y'all should at least.
Is
I'm
it-
telling
No,
you,
I used to think like that, but I changed my mind. Like, Nick, and give you fair warning. You cheat on me, the shit is over. Like, it's
I
like
feel
dead
you.
at,
But
like
I think
it's
we're gonna support a
over.
good man because a good man probably will cheat on you one time. Like even if
That's
he
not
is
true.
That's
That's
not
not
true.
true.
At that point,
I'm telling you, a good man.
I only got cheated on one time in my life. Like, my
You only
niggas
caught him cheating one time.
No.
You right.
And
There's only one time you know
people
of.
say that too, but that's not the case. One, my intuition is dumb crazy. Like, so if shit going on, I'm dreaming about the shit or something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you ain't feel it. At least he did a good
Hold
job.
on. Not just that, but you can tell. You can tell in the way that they act. Like, niggas give themselves away. They give us okay. A lot of people say that they're like, oh, that's you just didn't know about it. All right. So you say, right?
No, he might not.
I feel like I only get with guys or say we're in a relationship once I see where they at, like as far as if they've made a decision to not be a cheater. Because it's a man's decision. No woman can make a man not cheat. Like, they have to already be on that wave. You know what I'm saying?
I can be honest with you. You got to get a dude that overachieved. A dude who know he shouldn't have had a woman like you would not cheat on you. That's the honestly, like,
Exactly. That's why I wouldn't want
give a nigga a
model ass
little
nigga. Like, I don't want no nigga who think they look better than me. For that,
not even look better. You can't have a powerful man. You can't have a man that feels like he can get any woman he want. I mean, you got to get a guy that's really, them guys in the comments that every day like, you so beautiful, you so beautiful, you so beautiful. If you finally give that guy a chance and you look at his other girls and like, he never gonna get better than you. I seen dudes meet a chick in a couple weeks and go marry him. I seen the dude, like, they meet him and move in with them within a month. Like, dudes will move fast if they overachieve. Honestly, if a dude overachieve, you'll get anything you want. Like, that dude would not try to leave you because they lived their whole life living below you, and they like, this is the max.
So your advice to women is to get the nigga who been chasing your coattails the whole time.
Get that.
Yo, listen, that's the person who like you.
That's the nigga that love you.
Listen,
I
I'm
don't
gonna tell you a
like,
pimp.
that's why people be mad at me when I agree with Kevin
I'm gonna tell you what a pimp told me.
Some respect, because be realistic. Like, if you want the motherfucker who everybody wants, 9 times out of 10,
you gotta date the person who like you.
Date the motherfucker who like you.
Not the person you. If you're a woman chasing after a dude and he give you a chance,
you like him.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't agree with women hitting up dudes. Like, no, you could kind of put yourself in front of him in a way that doesn't look desperate, but don't like pursue him, because then it changes the dynamic. No. Like, you gotta let him pursue.
No. Incorrect. See what y'all see. That's where y'all fucked up. Y'all think like, yo, we ain't supposed to do nothing. We just supposed to stand there and just, you know what, the motherfucker just gonna come like a knight in shining armor and just with roses and flowers and the fucking horse and all this other shit. Like, no, because what's gonna happen is
while y'all show the interest. That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, in the interest of that, right? While y'all doing all that pussyfooting and shit, guess what? It's another motherfucker that's like, okay, I'll wash your drawers, I'll do this, I'll do that.
And that's the same one he's gonna cheat on.
Well,
that's the same one he's gonna cheat on, because like you said, he didn't really want her anyway. He didn't really want her anyway.
It's not that he don't want her. He know he can get another one for the most part, kind of like her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a good-looking woman,
right? Because
I've had good-looking women before. It's not special to me, so you're still gonna have to do something other than like down the road.
Right. So a man,
right. Okay.
Right. A man's thinking becomes, yo, if I got this one, I can get another one.
It's on the counter.
If I got this one, I can get another one.
Yeah, a man that been getting good-looking women or women of a certain caliber his whole life, he's not really impressed. So like, just like when he meets you, it's like he do like you, but it's not life-changing. Like, if y'all have an argument, you be like, I'm out. You be like, okay. Like
Okay,
I got
that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't get with no man who is nonchalant like that. I'm not gonna be with no man who's nonchalant about me. Like you got to be about me. Like
that's honestly what women mess up.
But it's not.
Who on the fence? Like you. That's why I'm saying if you're not gonna pursue me, then I'm not gonna pursue you because that's how the relationship is gonna go. Like men like to have something to pursue. Like they like to be
right,
adventurous.
but you got to make
like
yourself but you got to make yourself available.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Pursued.
You can put yourself in his view, but don't be the motherfucker that's pursuing. Like you could just make yourself seen, but not in a desperate kind of
like
way.
here's the thing: the level of pursuit you put in is the level of pursuit you gonna get back.
Nah.
Well, if you want a certain kind of man, you might. It's just like men. Like if we're going after a certain kind of woman, we're gonna have to pursue them because. You know, like you got a lot of offers. You're gonna have to get in their way, like you said. You have to get in their way, but you can't look desperate. It's like a fine line. You know,
but men can actually be forward. I don't think it's women's job to be forward because it changes the dynamic. Like once the nigga know that you're gonna chase him, it's a lot of things that he'll do or he'll think he can get away with that you're just not gonna be up for. Like, so my thing is, if you're not gonna show me that you're interested once you seen me. And you ain't pursue me, then I'm gonna just keep it moving because obviously I'm not maybe who you're looking for. And I don't think some women think about that. Like maybe you're not the one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because he gave you some attention or you put yourself out there and made yourself a part of his life doesn't mean he's gonna treat you as such, So
it can definitely go that way, though. You're definitely right about that. But you got to hope that you get a dude who don't take advantage of you showing interest. But even with that, if it's the right woman, if the right woman shows interest and you feel like, oh shit, I got the girl I want, then you kind of. It's all about making sure the guy wants you as much as you want them. Really.
More.
You know what I'm saying?
The guy.
I say more.
Yo, hold on. It's a comment. It's a comment I see that I really want to respond to. I think Jay Grace put it and said a woman shouldn't want a man that makes her feel like she's in competition with him and vice versa. Now that question is it making that woman, because I'm just trying to understand the question, is it making that woman feel like she's in competition with other women or with that person directly? That was that's what I wanted to ask. But if we were going with let's just say we were going with a man making another woman feel like she's in competition with other women, I think that's a good thing, in my opinion. Everybody can feel something different, but in my opinion, if a woman, number one, don't no woman want a man that don't no other woman want.
What you're saying is right, but I don't think you should make your woman feel like she's competing for you. But I know what you're saying because the sad thing is women don't value you unless other women want you. It seems like.
It's right, but here's because a woman will. We always talked about self-sabotage. Why don't no other woman want him? What's wrong with him? That's the question y'all ask. What's wrong with him? There gotta be something wrong with him.
It is sad though. It do seem like women treat you better.
I be wanting the nigga that nobody want. I don't want no popular nigga. Don't give me no popular nigga.
It's not the fact that it's a pop.
It wasn't always like that
because give me the nigga that's in the cut that nobody know about until we got together. Like they be like, oh, ain't that
But you learned that through experience though. When you was young, you wasn't always like that.
No, yeah, I was. I wasn't throwing myself at the popular dudes. I was getting with the niggas who showed more interest in me than because it might have been a guy that I had a real bad crush on. But if he didn't show or if he didn't pursue me, then I'm letting that shit go. Like,
hold on.
Let it go.
Hold on. Let me get to this question because Paris usually control it, but she had to get logged back on. Somebody in the comments said women and men both have eyes for people in relationships or not. Do y'all believe pretty women are cheaters? Do y'all believe all pretty women are cheaters? Well, no.
I think that's kind of broad. Like to say pretty women are cheaters is too broad. Like
no. See, that's I wanted to tackle that kind of conversation too because there's a lot of like, women say don't get with a bad woman if you can't handle it, right? They put it like insecurities, right? It's not that the woman is pretty. Nobody's insecure. If you got a pretty woman, you deserve to get a pretty woman. You do what it takes. You got something about you that gets pretty women. So that's not it. Women be overrating that. Don't no man want no stripper. Like, to be honest, like certain men, they'll risk it. You know how you said ignore the red flags? A lot of men won't date a stripper or bartender. It's not because they're insecure. It's because your job description is to flirt with niggas to get money out of them all night, every day. And like you in the Bible, it says to avoid temptation. The best thing to do is avoid temptation. If you're in a situation where all kinds of dudes is coming at you 24/7, it's a chance you're going to like at least one of them. We might have an argument that day. Maybe you forgave me for cheating last week. And now you working at the bar and some guy come up that you really into and he got diamonds on, he got a stack of money, he flirting with you and he got a Maybach or whatever the car, he trying to take you out. Nobody wants to worry about what their girl's doing in that situation every day. You walking around.
I think men don't want all guys having access to their women. Like once their feelings are involved, they want to tuck you away. Like they don't want the competition. Like you know what I'm saying? They
well shit. Well, let me ask you this.
They don't.
Well, what kind of car you drive?
Malibu.
What kind of car you drive?
A 2018 Malibu.
All right.
19, whatever it is.
How many keys you got to it? How many keys you got to it?
One.
One pair, two pair?
One.
Okay. What good is that Malibu if everybody in the city had a key to your car? What good is that Malibu?
No good. None. None. I understand that.
Men don't.
Right.
So don't. No man will want a woman that can be easily unlocked.
No, I definitely understand it.
Not putting ourselves in a position that could back.
And that's why, like, women who are in a relationship, well, me personally, like, when I'm in a relationship, I'm going to not, like, minimize myself, but I'm not going to be as out there. Like, okay, my pictures are going to have less skin showing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want my man to think that I'm, what do you call it? Like advertising, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it's a certain way you're supposed to move. I think when you're in a relationship or whatever.
But that's why most men probably wouldn't date.
But I think what that man is saying, like as far as are pretty women cheaters, I think it's not about the woman being pretty. It's about y'all want those really high sedity bougie chicks, and then y'all be wondering why they cheat. Like the ones who are like,
we just want them to look good. We just want you
but it be beyond just like sometimes they just want a chick who's so like far out there. Like I only rock this. I only
that's it.
I want a birthday bag. I want this. I want that. Like they want those chicks that are.
I hate those women.
Bad and bougie, and then they don't want the bad and bougie attitude with it. Like
I'm gonna be honest with you. You ever seen a man with a woman that you thought was like super attractive, or he had like a lot of money or something, and his woman was just mediocre? No. And you never seen a man with like a mediocre woman?
Not when he had everything going on. No.
Well, if you look on Facebook, you'll see a lot of women like, oh, why? He talking like this. His baby mama ugly as hell. You know how people always
baby mother, but not his girl.
I mean, most baby mothers was probably their girl at one point.
At one point, not now.
Not now, but at one point he was
right. But we talking about when they've arrived and they feel like they're doing it. They not walking around with no mediocre chick.
Yeah, you're probably right. Once a man know he could come up, they don't go back down.
Right.
But
like obviously Jay-Z wouldn't have been able to bag Beyonce just as his regular Sean Carter self. But
what you gotta understand about Jay-Z though, it was a steps to Beyonce. He always had a bad chick because he was a drug dealer. He been getting women for a long time. I'm sure
he was a drug dealer on record.
Well, that's what everybody say.
I don't think. See, the thing is about some of those bad industry chicks, they'll hang with you. They'll let you, but that's not your chick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not your chick.
No, sure. Most chicks ain't your chick, especially if you get more.
He couldn't really bag a Beyonce until he got to a certain point. Like, might have been able to have sex with a chick that looked as good or better than Beyonce. But as far as
Do you think?
being
Wait. I
married
think
to
you
one,
got it kind of flipped a little bit. Do you think he would claim a chick that wasn't a Beyonce level?
no.
Like
Because
you had
first of all, he
a lot
already
of chicks.
scarred. He already scarred with the ugly nigga disease. Like he been rejected his whole life.
The
So
ugly nigga disease.
yeah, the ugly nigga disease. Like them niggas be bitter as fuck. Like them and them geek ass niggas who couldn't get chicks, and then they be talking about y'all like all the bad boy niggas. Y'all want to pass by
Yeah,
these
that's a
good
start.
guys.
That's a
Like
start.
nigga, just because you're a geek does not make you a good guy. Like
See, I shouldn't have let you go on this long, because now the real coming out. And it's people that
just because you're a fucking nerd does not make you a good guy. You're still a fucking asshole. Like
I had a girl tell me that one time. She really went off. You know her, but we was talking one time. We were talking for a short stint before she hate me. But we was talking as me and this girl, and she was like, "I'm sick of niggas thinking because they're good niggas because they undesirable and they corny." They was like, "You're not a good nigga. You're a corny nigga. Just because you're a corny nigga don't make you a good nigga."
exactly.
I guess.
That's a fact.
Do y'all
And
just
that's
think
why
that most good guys are just cornier?
them same niggas who be like, oh yeah, because I'm a high value man. Because no, nigga, you're not. Like just because you make some money, that don't really necessarily make you a high value man. You actually have to be desirable as well.
Money is money
Like
is a
we don't
tool
want
that
no
makes
nigga
you
that
desirable.
nobody want either. Like we don't want no nigga who just 5 years ago had snot running out the side of his fucking face either. Like
5 years.
like we look back at shit too. Like so where is
I think they had technical difficulties. I'm trying to get them a chance to bounce back. They internet was dial up, or they ain't pay their bill.
they got that AOL.
May the best internet survive. Yeah, I'm trying to go 14 more minutes, make it a solid hour and a half. Usually, when we have a show, if it's decent, we'll end it about an hour. If it's good, we'll go like an hour 10. But this is a good conversation. It was going pretty good, so I was gonna stretch it to an hour 30. But I see
I talk too much.
Huh?
I said maybe I was just talking too much.
No, we usually don't have that many guests. So with 4 people, it was flowing good. Usually it's like one extra person or whatever. And y'all was having a good conversation. It was flowing pretty good. So we just let it go. But I don't know if the internet dropped or what. I'll give them a couple minutes to come back. If not, I just end it.
Women and men both have eyes for people in a relationship or not. Do y'all? Oh, we read that one.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to read the other comments
because she got the main page where she could see the comments, and so she usually control the skimming up and down. So I don't know what the people saying in the thing unless I click on. Let me go to her page and see if anybody been commenting on the thing. Jay just inboxed me, said, "Can you see me?"
Mm-mm.
Nope, he gone. Tell him to, he's still on the screen though, huh? Because there's 3 screens.
His box is still up there. I don't know why we can't see him.
Yeah, they clocked out on us.
So what do you think? Do you think like when men and women have like a tumultuous, like a war type relationship, do you think that they have better sex, and sometimes that they create a war type of environment for that reason? Like
you know what though? I think when you have a war type environment, right? I believe you have nothing in it but the sex. So you kind of just make it work. It's like the only time you ever really get along. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you have better sex because it's toxic. I think you take your sex more serious because that's the last attachment you got to that person. Like if me and you don't like each other, because I remember when I was at the tail end of a relationship with somebody and we wasn't getting along at all. The sex was like, we was having more sex than ever because we don't want to talk to each other. We don't want to say nothing. Like, let's just have sex. Like we just have sex and then keep watching TV. We wouldn't even speak in between. They have sex again and start watching another like a movie. We wouldn't even talk to each other.
Right.
But
Like
it is,
I like to say where your horizontal relationship is great, but your vertical relationship is
exactly.
up.
That's crazy you said that. And you
Like
know,
we good laying down, but when we stand the fuck up, shit
yeah,
is
you're right.
out.
You're right. Because sometimes, like, we'll be in the opposite room and she just come in there like, can we have sex? I'm like, okay. And then she just leave. But that was like, it's kind of like the last thing you got holding you together. And once you stop having sex, that's when it ends usually.
Right. Okay. So that's like
Was your relationships better like that? Like, you think your sexual relationship was better the more toxic it was?
I try not to stay in toxic relationships.
You
Like
said
once it's
try
like,
not
first
to.
of all, like
You
9
did.
times out of 10, if it's like that, I'm really based on my mood. Like if you fucking with me in the daytime, like nigga, at nighttime, you're not gonna get what the fuck you want. Like you're not getting it. So
You said it what? Like, you have a bad day in the day, you're not
no,
having
I'm
sex?
just saying, like if you intentionally fucking with me and rubbing me the wrong way and we beefing all day, you're not. It ain't.
There's no chance of a smooth over late at night. You're gonna carry us over the whole night.
You might get that comatose shit, like where I'm gonna lay there like a fucking log, like
You all right with that?
where you feel like you rape, like you feel like you raping a motherfucking piece of cardboard.
You know, as long as it is, if you hitting it from the back,
That obligation sex, you might get.
it's all good as long as you don't let the back start slumping. You know when you do a doggy style and the girl
Got it.
have her back going down all
First of all, you're not getting when I say laying like a bump on a log, I mean that shit. Like,
nah, you ain't gonna be laying. You can at least get in the right position.
like you getting the stiff shit. Like,
You're gonna be sitting there looking like you're not engaged with your face just.
yep. Or you be like,
See, that's when it's time to talk. You got to stop.
You're
and
not
listen
gonna
and be
enjoy
like,
it.
listen, I know we was beefing earlier. Like, stop the bullshit. Like, I'm sorry. Did you apologize?
no. You gotta apologize a couple hours before you plan on hitting it. Like, don't apologize while you're trying to hit it or 10 minutes before, because it's not gonna work. I mean, both have eyes for people in relationships. Do y'all believe all? Okay, why that same question keep coming?
It was some other ones that popped up, and then
I know it went away too fast.
Speaking on being in a relationship standpoint, but as far as dating goes, it's open season.
Oh, I think he's talking about responding to about what type of pretty women was he referring to?
Yeah, that was something we was talking about before, but she probably was off, so we didn't get that comment in live time, so it's hard to go back and see what part that was in. But yeah, it was a good show. I wish everybody was here to end it the right way. I don't know what happened.
I know. That's one for Spectrum. Hey.
Right. I appreciate you coming on. I had to track you down. I was inboxing you for like 8 weeks to come on. I've been begging and pleading you. I was like, please.
Oh,
Look at James.
There you go, coming in like a ghost.
On his way back
No.
from the ashes. What happened? That girl was trying to that girl that was stalking you before, she logged into your stuff and knocked you off.
Nah, she just kicked me off randomly. I'm like, what? I was about to say something, but yeah.
Nah, that girl called him like, why you on there telling my business? Why you telling what I did? You forgot this was on your page. You can see it.
Yeah, luckily she don't speak English, so
She'll
she'll speak no English.
You're on another level. You bagging people using that translator app.
Probably be perfect for y'all.
Now you know what it started out as? It started out as me just, granted, she a Spanish teacher, but she bad than the motherfucker though. So but it all started off professional, and then I just happened to just ask her a slick question. I was just let me just see if I can just
hold on, wait.
talk to
She's a Spanish teacher, but she don't speak English. So she a Spanish teacher teaching Spanish to Spanish people?
No. She don't speak English like the way like when we speak
Fluent English.
she ain't fluent with it. So she don't understand certain things. But like when it comes to like teaching, she's dope as fuck. Like somebody recommended it. So I took the recommendation. So based on how she speaks, and then I guess her speaking to a bunch of American men. That's why I told her, she was like, "Yo, like, nah." She had made, like, she sent her friend to see and see if she can, if I was gonna holler and all this other shit. And it was just like crazy.
When y'all was just talking, right? Now I wasn't even in a relationship, so what's the point of that?
There you go. Being extra for no reason.
Right.
For no
She
fucking
took the
reason.
bull by
I
the
mean,
horn. You know what
not
she
to
wanted?
be prejudiced or biased, but sometimes the Spanish girls, they be a little
Yeah.
they be a little off.
Don't act like the blacks don't do that sometimes. You never really like the guy and you went a little too far.
Maybe, but even the Spanish men, like they like really, that culture is really like so romance driven. Like they really believe in love, like that deep, real shit. You know what I'm saying? They not with no half stepping. Like the dudes, once they want you, that's why I could never mess with one of them, because like, no, I don't want to see you 24/7. Like,
everything y'all do.
it's really clingy. Like it's a clingy kind of love. You gotta be prepared for it. Like
you became one person. Like y'all joined at the hip, and
right.
everything you do is us.
It's over for that stage 5 clinger shit. No.
Like, yeah, no, like nigga, get a hobby. Like, I'm good.
I like when you got preset things you do with your girl. Like if I go out in the day and I go lift my weights and stuff, right? And I handle my business, I like to know that when I come home at night, all right, now put on a Netflix show. Like we watch all our shows that we didn't watch on cable, and then we go to the movies. We watch like certain movies. Like, look, you want to watch Prime Video, or you want to watch Netflix? We got like a little routine, and then you fall asleep during the movie. Like you gotta fit in the you time. Like find the thing y'all like to do together,
right?
And then you don't have to.
That's what me and my man do. Even though he picked movies he know I don't give a fuck about, I still sit there and watch them.
We can't let y'all pick the movies. Y'all be picking that sci-fi shit with the eye falling out.
You damn right, because we care about some death. Y'all niggas just want somebody shooting somebody. Like literally, if somebody don't get their eye shot out the socket in the first 5 minutes, he like, this shit wet. Like he don't want to.
I'm in a space of my life where now I just want to shed a tear now.
You watching the drama movie?
You want to watch some rom-coms? Are you down for rom-com?
You matter of fact, I like this. What's my favorite show right now? My favorite show is This Is Us. That's my show.
I've been meaning to watch that. I never saw it.
I started it and then I stopped. I never got over the hump.
I heard it was good.
Nah, it's a good show. It's a good show.
What you call them? That OG tier, or just the one?
Yeah.
A single tier.
Listen. One time they got me real good. I was
drunk or high.
Them movies, they be different nowadays. I be seeing what did I just literally watch? And within the first episode, I'm just like,
You cried? You cried to a movie?
Honestly, that's the only time I cry. That's the only time.
So you don't cry in real life, but you'll cry.
I don't cry in real life, but my ass will cry at a fucking. And it's only, I don't know why. Like the same shit could have happened to me in real life. I don't fucking cry, but the shit happened to a bitch in a movie.
I feel her.
Like,
man, it's bugging me out. Like when I'm watching a movie with somebody and I turn around to the left to say something, I see a tear. I'm like, I know you got crying. Like what?
I can't be silent crying. Like the best man too, and the wife. Yeah, I'm just in the movie. Like
I think my emotions is cut off. I think life ruined me.
It's crazy because like when the shit that I'm supposed to be emotional for my real life, I just be like,
y'all toxic.
No, I'm not toxic. I just roll. I'm a realist, and I roll with the punches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of shit don't faze me, but I don't like to see other people go through things. I know other people can't handle it. I can handle it.
Oh Lord, here you go. There you don't come here with that gangster stuff.
I'm good.
From East Orange, New Jersey. You from East Orange or North?
Both, baby. I lived in North. I lived in North Tower 12. And then I came.
Listen, I put like this: you ain't lived all through Essex County. You just say Essex County. That's what I just.
Yeah,
call it.
that's what I be saying. I'm from Essex County.
I only lived on 2 blocks in New Jersey my whole life. Glenwood till I was like 8, and then Park Ave.
Come through with the stable family, okay?
It wasn't that stable. My mama didn't like
I done
change.
lived on every block in the motherfucking Essex County. You hear me?
My mama just kept it the same. She didn't like change. She just stayed in the same place.
I done been to every school. Like I've been to schools in North EO, everywhere.
When you got the sky, you ain't leaving. Come back, right? So when you got to high school, you stayed in one spot.
Yeah, because then I can control it. I can go where I wanted to go by then. Like even though we did move, I just caught the fucking bus. Like,
oh yeah, true.
That 34 and that 92, boy.
Let me bring this to a close because we'll be on here till 12 o'clock midnight. I want to thank y'all for coming on.
Talking to you guys.
I know that was a real good conversation. I like y'all. I gotta bring y'all back.
Yeah,
Next time y'all free, let me know. I enjoyed y'all company. Y'all pretty good. Y'all was pretty good at this. I don't like that. I feel like you're taking my job. I was sitting there listening to you talk. But on behalf of Dontgettricked Network, I appreciate everybody. I want to thank my guests, Chan. I want to thank Chico's for coming on. I want to thank Paris for being a great host. This was a really good episode. Hopefully y'all come back soon.
Yes, thank you for having us. I had a good time.
Appreciate y'all. Till next time. Y'all want to say anything before y'all get out of here? Anything y'all want to promote? Any businesses? Anything we should be on the lookout for? Any money-making ventures?
Follow my Facebook page, Chandra Fite, Golden Goddess. Stay tuned. I'm always popping shit on there. So.
She is. I follow her.
Starting some controversial conversations sometimes.
And getting into it with people in the comments too. So don't come talking to her crazy if you don't want her to get into it. She go back and forth with you.
Because I come with facts.
That's why I wanted her on. I know she's gonna speak her mind.
I'm the debate queen.
Chico, artist formerly known as Jay.
Hey man, listen. It's all about just living the good life till the next motherfucking time.
He took his blue blockers off. I'm like, it looked like a totally different person. I can see his face. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. He wanted to. He started off with the blue blockers. Once he got comfortable, he wanted to be seductive. Slide the shades off for the stragglers that might see him out here.
No.
Oh, he done turned the light on. He's like,
yeah, you see him?
No, because I was playing the game like while we was talking. So but honestly, as far as anything else, anything I would promote, whatever the next time we're gonna be on, just let me know.
All right, we'll be back next Thursday. Actually, if y'all free, y'all welcome to come back. I appreciate your company. Till next time.
Peace.